We're here with the cast and crew of Best of Fest for the Brightside Tavern Film Festival. So this is take two. Let's try this time around. So why don't we say, Melissa, why don't you start by saying what you did on the film?
Sure. I produced Best of Fest and I also edited as well.
And Brian?
I was just an actor. I only had one job, which made it nice.
We can only give him one at a time.
Yeah, I don't handle more than one very well at all.
So how did you get involved with this particular project? And this is under your production company, right?
It is. So this one's under our production company. We co-produced this one with Joebert Entertainment, who I know you guys know. Yeah. We filmed this and one of their films, You're It, I think was what we filmed, all in one weekend. So this was sort of the tail end of that weekend. It came about, it was all Teresa. It was all Teresa's. She was our writer and our director, Teresa Labreglio. It was sort of all her baby. She came up with the idea just based on mostly like jokes we make when we go to other film festivals and stuff, and like us trying to pull things together ourselves. We were like a funny, like little quick, easy shoot of like a behind the scenes of sort of the production of the film festival itself, because most people don't really see that end of things.
No.
And she's always Kevin Smith is her, has always been her role model, I think, for directing and writing. So we normally do a lot of horror or a lot of drama. So this was actually the first comedy short film that we did.
That's cool to see that.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it, when she showed me the script, we normally write together. There are a few things that we write on our own, and this one she wrote on her own. And when she showed it to me, I thought it was Kevin Smith was in her ear. It was very much like a, cute little fun nod to the film festival world, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know Kevin Smith and all those guys, so it's kind of small world, right?
Yeah.
Connected in a way.
Yeah, for sure.
So Brian, how did you go about getting the role for this?
I've known Melissa and Teresa for a while, and they wrote it. Melissa sent me a text. She's like, "Oh, we wrote a little thing. You want to maybe read it? Send over a little read and a little self tape." And I said, "Sure." And I was happy they picked me and to be part of the gang.
And comedy. It was a comedy. So are you used to comedy at all, or more drama?
Well, I prefer comedy over. They're always doing their horror stuff, which is their bag, and I get it. And the most recent scary movie I've ever seen, I think, was the Invisible, the one where the Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss. Is that her name?
Yeah.
And that is my limit of horror and scary that I will watch.
That's not even really horror. Yeah, okay.
It's not really horror.
More like a thriller-ish, right?
To be fair, Brian is usually our comic relief in most of our scary stuff, except for our latest season of Or So the Story Goes, Knock Knock. He actually is brutally scary. And I think Brian's scary is the scariest thing I've ever seen, because he's always our comic relief. So I remember editing it and being actually scared of you.
Thank you.
Pretty cool.
Less when filming.
Yeah.
We filmed the scene together, but yeah, you were
happy they did comedy, because it was finally, I was like, thank you. Thank you.
I feel like the same way. I do a lot like more comedy, but when someone puts me in a dramatic or scary role and they're like, "Oh my gosh, like really?" It's like Robin Williams in like 1 Hour Photo.
Yeah, I feel like that has an impact, because you're used to seeing those people be funny. But this was sort of our year of comedy, though. Brian, we did a lot of comedy this year.
Do you have any more comedies in mind coming up?
Well, we did an entire season of a web series in 2020 that was sort of born out of our need to film something during the pandemic. So we did a entirely remote comedic web series. It's a mockumentary about a neighborhood crime watch group. And we based each episode on real life Nextdoor posts from our community in New Jersey.
Wow.
So they're all very ridiculous, but they're all based on, so we did that. I think there's 10 episodes, I want to say. That we filmed. I think there's 10 for the first season.
Are they out there? Can we watch them?
They are. Yep, you can. It's on our website. It's at outtakeproductions.com/blockwatch. So
Great.
Yeah, the first season's all out there. So we did do that, which was a comedy, and that ended up being, I think, one of the most fun things somehow. It would be a lot more fun if we could actually film it together, but we did like some Zoom calls together and stuff. So
I remember last time we were talking, as well as I talked to the Kramer brothers, and they said that you're hoping to go to North Carolina someday soon.
Yeah, we're hoping to do that in August as of right now is our plan. I mean, things we were supposed to go in August of last year.
Yeah.
But obviously we didn't quite make that because of COVID. So our goal is to get down there this August and sort of make that season happen. Go back to Scary. It's a new web series. It's not a new season of our old one. So it's a totally new series. But yeah, we're planning on getting down there and filming that on location in August if all goes well.
That'd be cool to go down there. And like, have you traveled for filming a lot or not really?
We travel like short distances for filming. Like I know the last season of Or So the Story Goes, we filmed in Connecticut at like a house in Connecticut, but a lot of us stayed on location while we filmed that. We did the Poconos for one season. So not far, like, far enough that like we need to stay there possibly, but it'll be the first time like really no way of coming to my house to get what I forgot traveling. That's like the terror of that idea.
Have you casted for that yet? Or are you
we have we've cast. We were actually set to go in August. So we just didn't get to. So it's been a
lot of the same type of people you work with or new people or
it's a combination. We cast a few people down there. And we also have some of our cast. We're co-producing with the Kramer brothers, like we were saying. A lot of our crew, all of our crew is, sort of our people, but the cast has a little bit of a combo, I guess. Yeah. But it's been, I guess almost 3 years in the making now. So hopefully, we get to make that happen soon.
Yeah. Even though like we've been going through all this, it's going by fast, like the year.
Yeah.
I can't believe how I teach and it was like, wait, we're halfway over for the year already. And I feel like I didn't start teaching yet.
I feel like everything is standing still and also going by really fast at the same time.
Yeah, it's weird. Very strange. I feel like we're in a vortex of weirdness and different.
Yeah.
So
a glitch in the system, maybe.
Yeah. Ryan, so how are auditions now? Are they getting better or are they growing?
Everything is still very remote, which is nice. I like remote kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You can tape 100 times. You don't get nervous on that. Like I'm in front of someone. I have to do good right now. I can just stand in front of my little tripod thing I have set up and then my wife reading lines and that's it. And the cat is my biggest judge at that point. But, yeah, I think as things more and more, open up and stuff, I have a friend that works as a Teamster. So he's always on sets and he's saying things are filming a lot and he's struggling with work. And now there's work everywhere. So it's reassuring to see. And as time gets on and more people and get shots and whatever, it's gonna work out and everything will be back to normal before we know it. And we'll be complaining, wishing that we can go back to virtual Zoom calls and auditions that way.
Yeah, and a lot of the big productions are starting. I guess you have money to do so, but it's harder for like independent people like us to get going because you need that money to pay this person to do this and that and.
Right, and like COVID testing and have someone on set and do
$5 million to COVID test everyone every day.
Yeah, we don't have that. We don't have enough to COVID test everyone for one day. I don't think.
That's the whole budget. That's
not
it.
Our
We're
budget.
done.
Yeah. You can't eat, but you can get your COVID test.
Yeah. It's
we
funny.
Glue 2 Q-tips together, and that's how we spot everybody.
Like SAG just did a new thing, kind of like it used to, like the new media. There's a new independent short film thing now that's a lot easier, but we still can't afford to do it.
Right.
So it's just like a catch-22 there.
Yeah, we're just trying to hold on till it's safe enough to do it without having to worry as much about all that, which will be nice.
Mm-hmm.
So how has the fest run so far for Best of Fest?
It's done, I think, 2 other virtual festivals. It's sort of just beginning its run, actually. Yeah. I think a lot of festivals that we submitted to and got into postponed.
Yeah.
Instead of going virtual. So I think Brightside. I think Brightside, if you guys are happening in March, will be the second festival that it's actually screened at since we started submitting it this fall. But
we're hoping to try to push it to end March and do it both online and there.
Nice,
So
like a hybrid.
Like people from far away can't make it, but like us Jersey people, we could do it. Hopefully some of us will have the shots by then too and be like, ah.
Right.
But it is improving. It's 35% now. So once it hits 50, we're like, yeah, I have like 40-minute sets and just keep rotating, like 20 people in the room at a time. That's it.
Get in and get out.
Get in, get out. And so we're planning it, and we're also put it online as well.
Smart.
But we're hoping we're doing our next one that's supposed to be in March. We're pushing till summer, probably late summer, and be like, we got to have it. We got to have it.
Yeah, I'm hoping late summer we're able to do things like that. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, they're starting to open things up now, but
Mm-hmm.
no, I mean, I went online to sign up to take the shot, and they were booking 12,000 people. I get on the list. I was 30,000 on the
Wow.
wait list, and it just kept going down, and ended. I was at 22,000. And I'm like, and I'm a teacher, and I have issues, so I'm like up on the list. So I'm like, that's ridiculous. So that's where we're at.
It is. Hopefully by late summer we're further along than that.
All right.
I think so. I think by end of summer we'll be approaching back to normal, hopefully. Or I tell myself that at least.
I told myself that last summer.
Yeah, we were saying, 2 weeks will be all right.
Mm-hmm. I remember being at the grocery store trying to decide like what I couldn't live without for 2 weeks when like it first was about to happen.
Yeah.
We need peanut butter. Peanut butter doesn't go bad.
Yeah.
Turns out I got really good at grocery delivery, so it didn't matter.
I did a lot of calling up delivery.
Mm-hmm. I do a lot of Amazon Fresh ordering.
A lot of Amazon. I'm on Amazon a lot now.
Yep.
But so you said a few festivals for Best of Fest, and then
we've got it in. I mean, we've submitted it to a bunch of stuff, but we just started. I would say probably like mid last year. So
do you have other films still going out there?
We do. We've got the last season of Or So the Story Goes, Knock Knock, which is our home invasion season, and it's doing its run still. But same thing, like some of them were pushed to 2021, some of them went virtual, so we're kind of doing a combo of those. Yeah. But I know we have at least, I think, 6 festivals for that. Block Watch, which is our comedy web series we just did this year, it's already been in a couple of festivals, and I think it has 2 coming up. And then we still actually, The Angry Man is still making the rounds. It keeps going. I'm not sure, which is great, but it's somehow still doing its thing. And my goodness, what else do we have? We have Best of Fest, and then we have a bunch of short films that we co-produced with the Kramer brothers. So we've got You're It out there, Playdate's still doing its thing. Yeah. What else did we do this year with them? We did I can't even remember. We have so many.
There's a lot.
I mean, there's a lot of them, that we co-produced. We didn't co-produce with them, but Keep It in the Dark was how I actually met them. Oh. Because I acted in it, and
that's
so
right.
that's somehow that really actually is the short film that like will never die, which is great.
No, that went around a long time.
I'm pretty sure it still is. I'm not guaranteeing that, but so we've got quite a few things still happening, which is good. That's good. It's an interesting mix of, we do film festivals, and then we also do web festivals for the WebFest circuit. So it's like an interesting mix of the two. Yeah, which absolutely. Is good.
Yeah, hopefully I put in for a lot of the student stuff. So, and there wasn't festivals for so long, but now they're starting to ask for them. So I'm like, oh, it's coming back. It's coming back.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Do you have any, like you were saying before, you have your website, is there anything social media that you want to promote?
Sure. Yeah. All of our stuff is at outtakeproductions.com. That's the easiest place to find it. And all of our handles are through that as well. Or So the Story Goes has its own website as well, at orsothestorygoes.com, but you can get to it through our production page at Outtake Productions. So
cool. Ryan, how many times have you worked with Melissa?
A lot. I've known Melissa since I was 18 years old or 19 years old. So I'm 35. So I don't know that math right now. It's a little late to say. You got me at 1 or 2 o'clock maybe, but it's
been a while.
Yeah, a lot of the, so a lot of the web series stuff that Outtakes is done that I've been lucky to be a part of, and hopefully future stuff. Like I want to start writing more, and I wrote a little short. Hopefully I'll get to work with the Kramer brothers and Melissa and the summer with that. Just when it's a smaller cast, just 2 people, so it'll be maybe a little bit easier to shoot.
Yeah,
our feet wet again, back in it. But
is it a comedy drama?
it's a dramedy. Is that the word we're using, right? Dramedy.
Yeah, those are good.
So hopefully we'll get that. It'll be a short. It's a short. So I don't see it being more than 10 minutes or so. So
yeah,
maybe we can talk again when that's out, making its run.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, hopefully we get to that this summer. That's the goal. Early summer or late spring.
Early summer, yeah. May maybe.
Those are one of those that you throw in there and be like, we can do this. I know we can. We get 2 people, get the cameras go.
Kind of. We actually we were supposed to do this a couple years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were planning to do it. And then we actually had set to do it in April last year. And then, the world
shut down. So we were it off.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any websites or anything that people could check out, Brian?
Not really. Just follow Or So the Story Goes and Outtake Productions, and you'll find my mug in there somewhere.
I will find it in there a lot.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thanks.
If you watch one episode of Homeland, you'll see me as an extra in some weird basement making fake profiles for the FBI or something. So
that must have been fun. How was that experience?
That was really cool. It was my first time on something, and I went to adjust my office chair, and they came out. No, don't touch it. We'll do it. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, it's always fun to be on those big sets and everything, and just check out and be like, wow, I'm used to independent film, and look what's going on here.
I'm in a hollowed out building. It was in Brooklyn, and I was like, it was like a New York City streets in there. It was a hallway with elevators, and then a subterranean office where you made fake profiles for Facebook.
That's where they put you.
Yeah.
The best is I used to do that a while back too, and the best was they had the camera all over. I was in every scene, everything, and then you watch it, and it's like, boop.
Yep.
I just told everybody, and you can see the back of my head for a second.
I feel like that happens to me every time I do something for Discovery ID.
Yep.
Really?
That's what had happened to me.
I think I've done 3 or 4 now, and every time I'm like, 2.5 seconds. Great. I was there for 3 days, but that's good.
When I first started doing it, I was like, oh man, but then I realized I'm like, well, they do pay me, so I'm all right with it.
You got paid. They paid you as a lead, so you're fine, or they paid you as whatever. So
right,
yeah.
And you maybe got some food too, so
you got free food. It's like great. Yeah. This is great.
Yep.
So, but I remember the first time I was like, what? All that filming, all that all day long, and nothing.
I know.
This could have been a 15-minute deal, but nope.
That's how it works.
That's typical business.
Yep. As an editor, I can say I've done that to people, and I feel bad about it.
But... Oh, I know, right? It's like I really wanted to keep the scene in.
Yeah.
And
just wasn't there.
Or just the wide shot worked or something. It's like, sorry. I know it was 8 hours, but thank you.
Well, thanks for you two joining me tonight, and I will get this thing up pretty soon.
Awesome. It was good to talk to you again.
Gotta hit that download button.
Yeah. We'll add that to the Best of Fest sequel.
That would be good. I was just gonna ask you that too. I was gonna sequel? Anything? Sequel maybe?
Sounds like, yeah.
We already have one story.
Maybe the interview process.
Should do a Best of Fest COVID edition.
Yep.
It's going to be, because it's crazy. It's different. It's doing these festivals. It's a lot different to read all that. So that would be a funny sequel.
Yeah, that would be. We'll think about that. All right. Have a good night.